film this afternoon. I'll just a quick mention about tonight's closing party is straight after Shadow Dancer, which we still have tickets left for, so just so you know about that. Welcome to the movie Black and White. This is a wonderful movie revolving around a true story in Australia. It was a highly contentious situation involving a rape case that really sort of gripped Australian society back in the 50s. I just firstly mention the setting. It's set in a town called Adelaide, which is Australia's 5th largest city. I know it well because I had a lot of family there. I used to go there a lot. But it's a beautiful city, a mixture of old colonial and modern architecture, but a very low-lying sort of, no skyscrapers, just a very sort of cosy sort of city with parks and gardens, amazing wine country around the whole sort of area. And the film captures that really well. You'll see some amazing old scenes of great sandstone building architecture they have there, like they have in Sydney, but that's sort of caught well in the film. The movie is directed by Craig Lahiff, who also did Swerve, which you saw the other night. And also Robert Carlyle is the lead actor, and he does a great job as the defending lawyer. I think also one of the things, the time this movie was set was back in the 50s in Australia. We're just coming post-war. Things were very prosperous, and it really captures that sort of time in Australian history. It was a very sort of look-alike English upper-class society. You had the old men's clubs and all that sort of stuff, and that sort of depicted well in the movie. An interesting part of this story is that the famous global media baron Rupert Murdoch, who runs News Corporation today, he began in Adelaide when he was in his early 20s. His father died, and he inherited a small Adelaide newspaper, which he began his sort of his attack on the world, so to speak. And but he became involved in this story, and he's played in this movie by Ben Mendelsohn, who I love the character because it captures Rupert Murdoch perfectly. He's got that real sort of media mogul baron feel about him, which you see in Murdoch today. But that's what happened. He was in the story as well. So it's a very interesting story. I just when I saw this movie, it reminded me of another situation where you have an event happening, a crime committed, and racism and bias and prejudice gets in the way of fair justice, and that's what happened here. But it reminded me of another event that happened in the 80s in Australia where there was the Azaria Chamberlain case. Azaria Chamberlain was a baby taken by a dingo, and the mother was put on trial by Australia. It was a very similar, parallel sort of thing where the whole society got involved in the story and it got sort of distorted. But and Meryl Streep made a famous movie about that called Where Devils Tread. But anyway, thank you very much for coming, and really appreciate all your attendance at this festival, and hope you enjoy this movie.